Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is another edition of Away Days. Another chapter of my 2 cents involving Arsenal Football Club today. Um, we'll be doing another episode as well, just on other football results as well as other sports headlines that have happened over the weekend. I'll get to them in the next episode, which I'll be doing after this. But this is just about Arsenal. This is my 2 cents involving Arsenal's game at the weekend against Brighton at the Emirates. A game which I predicted that we would win. Instead, I did say I predicted that we'd win, but I thought we'd win like by 2 goals to 1 or something like that. Nearly came true. Um, if we could have just got one chance towards the end of the game, but it wasn't to be. Um, Instead, it finished in a 1-1 draw. Um, we started off the game quite well. First 10-15 minutes, we was giving them problems. Saka was giving problems on the right wing. Um, we had our chances to, really did take a foothold on the game within the first 15-20 minutes. But then Brian had to just grow back into the game. To be honest, Brian came back into the game after James Milner got taken off injured. So that's when Brian then had a new spring of life. Yeah, finished by a goal to piece. Kai Havertz scored, took the lead. It was a good goal actually. It was a lob over the goalkeeper. Um, Brighton scored, equalised in the 58th minute through João Pedro. Um, I mean, it's not for me. It's I'm gonna have to talk about the main thing about this, which has come up in the last couple of days in regards to Declan Rice's red card. Um, Now most people are saying yes, red card. He kicked the ball away, he got sent off, but you have to bear in mind he did get booked in the first half. So kicking the ball away is a yellow card offence. I understand that completely. However, what I don't like is the level of consistency with once again. This ain't the it's just the third game of the season that we're already talking about consistency with referees. I'm not taking nothing. I'm not taking nothing away from Brighton. I watched the game, and Brighton took advantage of the fact that we was down to 10 men. They took hold of the ball. They had chances. They could have won the game themselves. So I'm not taking nothing away from Brighton. They came what they had to do. Um, but with referees, they need to kind of be a bit more consistent. Yes, kicking the ball away is a yellow card offence. So I'm not gonna disregard what Declan Rice did. However, I will go on about the fact that João Pedro done the exact same thing in the first half, and he done it in a more malicious way than what Declan Rice did, and he didn't get booked. We've spoken about consistency for years, all of us, whether you're an Arsenal fan, whether you're a Brighton fan, you're City, Liverpool, Man United. If in the lower leagues, we've spoken about it for years, and it's always been more so ever since VAR has come into effect. And I'm talking about here again when I shouldn't be. Um, Am I frustrated that we drop points? Yes, but at the same time, Brighton are good sides. Um, More to the point that you have to stay on par with Man City, and I had no qualms of the fact that I knew that Man City were going to beat West Ham as much as West Ham gave them a game. However, I'm talking about consistency of how these referees lined up and how they approach these games. Where if you're going to send one, if you're going to give you a card here, give you a card to the other one. You know, there has to be consistency there. Um, I'm a realist. Like I said, I've been a realist on this with every single episode that I've done, whether it's my 2 cents or whether it's all other sports and everything. I've always given my opinion. And yes, Brighton. I even look at the stats right now. Yeah, Brighton had more shots on goal. They had more possession, but that's after the 10 man had the 1 man advantage of Arsenal having 10 men. Um, like I said, we talk about it, but that's as far as I'm going to take it. Is it a good? Was it a good result? I'd have to say yes, based on the situation of the fact that we had a man sent off. We had our backs to the wall. But the crazy thing for me was that we went down to 10 men, and I still had every confidence that we would do well with 10 men because our defense is very very good. It's very very tough. And again, they don't they pulled their socks up. They got on with it. They grinded it out. They even had chances themselves. We could have won the game on a couple of occasions, with a couple of attempts. If I recall, Saka had Saka had an opportunity, but he just couldn't get all of his power into the shot from low cross. Um, we had our chances as well. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that we didn't do anything. We had our chances as well, but I'd have to say that a draw is a fair result based upon the situation. I believe if it was 11, if we did have Declan Rice on the pitch, I think we would have definitely won the game. I think Brighton would have still come out, but we would have taken them down. But and even then, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, but it's the start of the season. It's the third game of the season. It's the start of the season. A lot of people talk about consistency. Um, the gaffer wasn't very happy with the fact that he mentioned consistency as well. Some pundits have said that have disagreed with how this has gone in regards to whether it should have been a yellow card. Like I said, if you kick the ball away, it's a yellow card. Um, but consistency, where again, I mentioned again, Jao Pedro should have been given a yellow card. He didn't get a yellow card for it. He was given, but we live and learn off that. It is what it is. Um, so with that being said, Arsenal are now, we are, I believe we're third in the league now. Liverpool and Man City are currently the only two teams with a 100% record now. We go into the international break. Um, we go into the international break. Our next game is against is the little matter of a North London derby, uh, which will be a very interesting game. It should be an interesting one. That's going to be a very very intense game, as it always is when Arsenal and Tottenham play each other. Um, but we've got time. We take away from that. Um, what positives do I take away from this game? Like the positives I take away from the game is our defense. We done well again. We grinded it out, working hard. Brian again had their chances to win the game, but we shut them out. Um, so I'm really liking the team. I feel like everyone else. So I'm really liking the team's work ethic and cohesion of communication on the pitch in regards to everyone being in their position and keeping the shape well in regards to being the man down, especially. Um, Trossard started the game ahead of Martinelli, which I thought was probably the right decision. Um, he came off, Martinelli came on. Maybe I think what the gaffer was probably thinking was that we can do a little change in direction in regards to having someone else come on the field. And Martinelli is very quick, so it would have been ideal for him to come on. Odegaard, Saka. You know what they're like. They play what they play. Havertz scored again, so Havertz is really really starting the season well in regards to being in the scoring sheet again. So those the negatives, but the positives, the negatives, I'd say I think Declan, for what he done, you got to keep your head in that regard, mate. Um, just have to learn just to simmer it down a bit. I mean, little things like that. Some referees will take control of it. But in any other day, we would have won the game. But we've got to take a draw. We didn't lose. It's at home. We're more than capable of going to the rest of the games coming up and winning those. So on to the next one in that regard. So that's for the game. Just quickly bringing up everything else in regards to, obviously, as a summer, obviously as the transfer window is open, it's now closed now. Deadline day came and went. Everyone thought it was going to get a striker. We didn't get a striker in. But we brought in Raheem Sterling, which I knew was going to happen from when Arteta was talking about him, I just had a hunch that he was going to bring him in. Gives us options again, which I think is great. We brought in Neto from Bournemouth. He's there on loan. Um, he's coming to be a backup to David Raya, who we've also officially bought as well. Mikel Marino, he's now in the team, and he's come in, he's been brought in. Very unfortunate. If you haven't heard what's happened with him, he's going to be out for a few weeks. He broke a bone in his shoulder in his very first training session with the team. Very unfortunate. Otherwise, I think he would have been in the game. But they're saying he's going to be out for weeks. So I reckon, if he's got a broken bone in his shoulder, I reckon, you know, I'm thinking we won't probably see him until sometime in mid to maybe late October. Don't want to rush him back because the good thing about that is that we still have depth in midfield. So we still have Partey, we still have Jorginho. We can bring them in and they can do a job. They can do a job. So I think we'll be okay. But once he's back and he's fit, then I think that'll be another avenue that we can have as well, which I think will be great. Obviously, we brought in Ricardo Calafiori as well from Bologna. He's settled in well. He's doing the business as well. He's doing very good. Obviously, our departures. We have to wish the best luck to Aaron Ramsdale, to Emile Smith Rowe, to Eddie Nketiah. Eddie's gone to Crystal Palace, I believe, for £30 million. So I think he's probably. I think he's at the right club in that regard. So wish the best of luck to Eddie over at the Eagles down in South London. Aaron Ramsdale has gone to Southampton for 25 million, and obviously Emile Smith Rowe went to Fulham for I think he went for about the same price as well. And Reece Nelson's gone on loan to Fulham as well. Initially, I think he was linked to going to Ipswich, but he then done a U-turn and he's gone to Fulham now. So wish them boys the best of luck. I think they've all gone to the right clubs for what they're going to be doing. I think Fulham will have will be enjoying what they've got with Smith Rowe and Reece Nelson. So I wish them the best of luck, apart from when they play us. So yeah, wish them boys the best of luck as well in that regard. Yeah, just don't score against us. But yeah, guys, that's yeah. To summarise it, yeah, Arsenal won, Brighton won. Bit of consistency from the referees in regards to giving yellow cards to here, there, and everywhere. Something that should have been addressed, but it feels like it's not been. It looks like it's going to be another long season of VAR controversies coming up. But we'll see how it goes. It's only the third game in, but we know there's going to be more controversies and more arguing points and bullet points in regards to how referees and players behave on the pitch. But with us, I think, yeah, we, learning curve. Declan, don't do it again. But yeah, we just going to the next one. Big North London derby in the next one. I will be doing another preview of that, and then I'll be doing my review after the game as well. Once we play Spurs, which is in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, we'll see if we can get another 3 points at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But yeah, guys, that's me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning on the Podbean podcast. If you're listening on there, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you're doing good. Keep following and subscribing to my YouTube channel, and also keep a lookout on my TikTok channel as well, which is Away Days at Away Days Sports. Days is spelled DAZE. So yeah, do keep a lookout on there as well, because I'm going to be doing some latest things up on there as well, in regards to my 2 cents and to other various things I want to speak about sport wise, especially with the NFL coming up as well in the season with week 1, which is this week. So yeah, we'll be speaking about that on there. But guys, thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.